Come paint a chicken with me. So years ago, I had some chickens. I don't have them anymore, but I'd like to get some more. And I was thinking about my favorite one the other day. Her name was Honey, and decided that I was going to paint a picture of her. Whenever I start up painting, I don't know what I'm going to do when I start. First, I drew the chicken, and she's very fanciful, as you will see in the end. But then I was like, what am I going to do with the background? I thought about just doing some golds or maybe some leaves, or I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with the background. And then I remembered my little chicken coop that it wasn't little, but my chicken coop that I had red and white checkered drapes in it, like you would see on a picnic tablecloth. And I thought, ooh, that would be a fun background. And so I drew a bunch of crissy-cross lines on here going every which direction, and I'm just filling in every other one with red. So this will give it a little bit of an edge and a little bit more fun and fanciful than just a painting of a chicken. My favorite way to paint is dot painting, and I will incorporate some of that into this, but I'm trying to get better with the brush. Back in the day, I used to do nails, and my favorite part of doing nails was the nail art and I love little tiny things, and so I think that's why I like doing nail art. But as I've gotten older, my hands just don't work as well as they used to, and it's been a while since I've painted, and now that I'm getting back into it, I'm trying to steady my hand a little bit and try to work more with a brush and be able to do more detail. So it's just about practice. Nothing I do needs to be perfect. It just needs to make me happy. And Honey the chicken makes me happy, so that's what I'm doing. Coop, the Taj Mahal, as you can see in these photos, was very elaborate. It's very Pinteresty. There's Honey. And I loved my weather vane. I had to order it special. There's Honey again. She loves sitting up in the flowers. So I do some of my best thinking when I'm painting. And I was trying to think, what could I do to keep me motivated to continue creating? Because I'll go through spells where I'll want to create and then I don't. But I want to keep creating. I want to keep practicing. I want to keep getting better. Here I'm using a little not to change the subject, but here I'm using a little glitter glue because I'm a little extra and I wanted her to have some glitter. So I found that the paint that had glitter in it just wasn't doing it for me. But this glitter glue looks like it's going to be perfect. But anyway, back to what I was saying about how I do some of my best thinking when I'm painting and trying to figure out how I can stay motivated. And I think I'm going to start a snail mail club that will not only include my art, but also my writing. I've always been a storyteller and an artist, and I used to write short stories, but you're young and you have all this time, and then family and kids and things happen through your, 30s and 40s, and it's just me again. And my imagination just runs wild. And so I think I'm going to put together like a snail mail club that includes stories and art and maybe some junk journaling things. And I've got to figure out how I'm going to incorporate Honey the Chicken into the story. I've got an idea though. I think it'll be fun. If that's something that you think would be fun and you might be interested in being part of it, like I said, I'm still just thinking out the details, but you can get on my wait list. The website is parchmentandtreasure.com. It's just a landing page, and it'll just collect your name and email address at this point. I'm not going to sell it. I'm not going to use it for anything else. But if I decide to do this and go forward with it, you would be then one of the first ones to find out about it. I can email you about it. So if you're interested, you can go to parchmentandtreasure.com and just sign up there to be on the wait list. Like I said, I'm a little extra, so I really liked the glitter. I know it doesn't show well on camera, but the glitter glue looks amazing up close. And so now I'm like, well, where else can I put some sparkle? So I am adding a little gold here that's just kind of got some natural shimmer and shine to it, and I think it's going to be fabulous. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but after I finished all the red, I went back in with the white and did kind of a color shift white, a pearlescent white on the white spots, and it catches the light really pretty in person. I love experimenting. My problem is I go into Michael's or Hobby Lobby or wherever I'm wandering around on a weekend, and I end up buying all these crazy paint colors, and then I have to figure out how I'm going to use them. As you know, I live in my RV, so storage is very limited, and I started out with one tub of paints, and now that is overflowing, and I'm going to have to start a second tub. I'm painting inside because it's winter, and I have just this little tiny table that sits between the two captain's chairs in my A-class RV. And the table is literally only about 2 by 3 feet. It's very small. But what I most love is during the summer, I spend a lot of times in the campground, and I will just spread all my beautiful paints and brushes and dotting tools out on the picnic table, and I will sit out there all day long and create, and I just get lost in it. And when I start to get a sore butt, I get up and I walk the trails, and I think about what I'm going to paint next. And oh my goodness, I just cannot wait for spring and summer to come back. We actually had snow here the last couple of days, which is a rarity, especially for March. And in where I live here, where I'm near the water, so I'm pretty close to sea level. So it was really strange to wake up Friday morning and see it snowing, and it snowed all day long. I hope wherever you are, you're warm and cozy. So now I'm doing the dotting. I love dot painting. I love the little tiny dots. More gold, shimmer, shine. So again, a little extra. I was not feeling it on the checkers. I felt like it needed more. And so I started doing these dots. And I can't say that I was in love with them, but I felt committed once I had several done. And so we're going to finish it. We're going to put these dots through the whole thing. And it does make it a little busy, but it's okay. I think it's going to be fabulous overall. And like I said, nothing I'm doing has to be perfect. It's not like I'm looking to be a famous artist that, sells their work or anything, but I would like to share it somehow. And that's what I'm thinking with this mail club. We'll see. And it'll keep me motivated. But these are just for me. I'll probably hang it in my little studio and just look upon it and remember honey. So this is the completed, it's a 14 by 14 canvas, and I think I like it. I think it's going to look cute in my studio. Thank you for painting with me today. We'll see you next time.